How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Prime Energon, and we got photos of new leaked Studio Series figures coming out in the near future. Hopefully, they're about to get released sometime soon. We got Astro Train, Shockwave, Skywarp, Krenix, Sunstreaker, and Wheeljacked. We're gonna go ahead and talk about them. This is our first discussion video here on Prime Energon, so very excited about this. So let's go ahead and talk about these figures. And I'll give you my thoughts on each and every one of them, and then we'll also compare them to previous versions. That way you guys get an idea of how they compare. So first and foremost, let's talk about Astro Train. Now, as you can see right here, we got a nice product shot of Astro Train in all of his three modes. You get robot, you use space shuttle, and his locomotive. And compared to War for Cybertron, I'm definitely digging this Astro Train. He looks phenomenal. Love the coloration. I think they said that something was mistransformed on him, his chest or something. The shuttle could be a little better. It looks a little choppy there with two different colorations, but the locomotive looks freaking awesome. And as you can see right here, it's in a bigger box, so it's definitely going to be a leader class, obviously. He's going to be a triple changer, so a little bit bigger. And then over here on the right-hand side, you have the older War for Cybertron Astro Train, a little bit different coloration. And I don't have this figure, but I always wanted to get one. And you can see the differences between the two. I think the new Astro Train is going to be a little bit more G1-y compared to the War for Cybertron. Not as much detail. Still looks detailed, but not as much surface detail like you got on the War for Cybertron. So definitely excited about this leader class Astro Train. Definitely going to be trying to pre-order that once it comes out. All right, so next here we got Shockwave from Studio Series 86, or I think it's just going to be the regular Studio Series. And this one I am kind of disappointed in because it looks like it's going to be a Voyager class. Judging by the size of the box, that does not look like a leader class box. He looks like a retooling of the old War for Cybertron Shockwave. And I'm definitely disappointed in that. I was hoping we'd get a larger Shockwave to sort of go with Megatron and the new Studio Series Soundwave. But this one definitely looks like a disappointment just because of his size. Like I said, he should be a leader class. That way he scales up better with the other leader class figures. But I guess it is what it is, as long as he looks great, judging by the pictures right here. And like I said, different retooling, a little bit, not as much surface detail compared to the old War for Cybertron. And you definitely don't get all that extra crap that they added for the War for Cybertron figures. So definitely promising, just I think too small. And here is a side-by-side shot of the old War for Cybertron Shockwave and the new one. And like I said, they share a lot of similarities, a little bit different tooling. And of course the coloration, definitely like the coloration more on the new Shockwave, more purple. And like I said, not as much surface detail. But again, you also do get that backpack on the back of him, which again was kind of an eyesore on the old Shockwave. And like I said, I just think he's going to be way too small. We deserve a leader class Shockwave in my opinion. And we're not getting that this time around. So hopefully this is going to be a great figure nonetheless. And I guess we'll see once we get this guy in. All right, so next here we got Skywarp, which I'm definitely excited for. I still have not had the chance to get my hands on a Thundercracker. Still waiting to get that, but as you can see right here, this is pretty much a repaint of Thundercracker and the new Starscream mold. Fantastic colors. I think he looks fantastic. I love the shade of purple they got on him. A little bit of a lighter shade of purple compared to the War for Cybertron Skywarp. And he's going to be fantastic. You can see from judging by the box, another Voyager class. And I'm pretty sure because the Thundercracker was a Voyager class. And Starscream is going to be a Voyager class as well. So here we got another side-by-side of the War for Cybertron and the new Studio Series Skywarp. Man, he's going to look fantastic. Love the coloration of the gray, the black, and the lighter purple. He's going to look fan-freaking-tastic. And definitely an upgrade from the War for Cybertron, which was really badly needed since those are the only versions we've got It's nice to get something new and probably just a little bit larger, I think, than they were for Cybertrons, and just a little bit more cartoon accurate and G1 accurate for that Skywarp. But definitely can't wait for him. Like I said, still got to get my hands on a Thundercracker. All right, so now we got a Kranix. Finally, we're getting a Kranix figure from Transformers, the movie. And he looks fantastic. He looks the part. I don't know what he's transforming into. It looks like a flying duck or some shit. I don't know what that is, but nonetheless, the robot mode looks fantastic. I love the coloration. The pink, his head sculpt looks really, really great with that crest on there and his eyes. Looks like he has a gun. This is going to be looking like a deluxe class Kranix. Definitely a little bit of a smaller figure, but I love the coloration, the pink, and all the grays. He looks fantastic. Definitely cannot wait for Kranix. Now going on over to Sunstreaker. So here we got Sunstreaker looking fantastic, and this is kind of a disappointment. Granted, the coloration is better on this version. It's not mismatched like it was on the older one, but still, we don't get any blasters. We still get the same accessories, and I think that's sort of a slap in the face. We need a new mold for Sunstreaker, and this one is definitely going to be just another repackage of the 5-pack on its own. So kind of a disappointment for Sunstreaker. And finally, here we go for Wheeljack. Again, another repaint of something we've already gotten. And like I said, it's pretty much almost the same. Here we got the Devastation Wheeljack, which is the one I have, and I absolutely love that figure. It looks fantastic. And then here we got the Studio Series, which is a little bit changed on his chest. Not much. A little bit different coloration on the legs as well. Not as much detail, but still, we've already gotten this figure like 3 times already. We need something new for Wheeljack. They're just reusing figures at this point. So yeah, Sunstreaker and Wheeljack definitely disappointments in that department, since they are just repaints of the same figure. So yeah, that's my thoughts of the new Studio Series Transformers that are hopefully going to be going out on pre-order soon. I love all these figures except for maybe Shockwave being too small, and the other two, Sunstreaker and Wheeljack, just being straight up repaints, which is sort of a ripoff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and I will see you next time here on Prime Energon. Peace.